Hello, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Adam.
And my name is Alan.
And welcome to the Two Idiots Movie Podcast.
Episode 3.
The best podcast. That's not the name of the episode. That's just a fact. Okay. This is probably your first episode listening to the podcast, so I'm going to assume that you do not know how this works. I read off the news, and then Alan reacts to the news, because Alan doesn't know what the news is.
Yeah, I do not follow movies and any of that crap at all, so I am a clueless idiot when it comes to these things, and that is what the structure of the show is like. So yeah, Adam, fucking hit me.
Alright, into the news! So you remember last week when we talked about that Georgia bill that was going to go into law?
Yes.
Well, the Georgia governor said he's going to veto it. He said it's out of here.
Yep, and this is one of the few pieces of news, I guess, tangentially related to movies, because Disney was one of the companies that put pressure on the Georgia governor. I have been following this piece of news very closely, and I will say this. For once, big money got something good done in politics. For once, big money got something good done.
For once.
So that is my thoughts on the Georgia governor's veto.
Yeah, I think it's good because a ton of companies were condemning it.
Yeah, I think the NFL was one of the ones too, right?
Yeah, and you know if the NFL leaves, that's like one of their biggest
money
makers.
Like Atlanta Falcons,
the whole city
goodbye.
of Atlanta
Kiss them
is
goodbye.
just gone. They're gonna move to LA just like the Rams.
Can you imagine the LA Falcons? Ew.
I could.
Ew.
It would be hilarious. Okay, next piece of news. Another trailer for the Lego Batman movie dropped like the day after we recorded the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
It still shows barely any footage of the movie.
I mean, that's to be expected. When's this?
No, but I mean, like, it shows new footage, but it shows, like, barely anything. Like, you could guess that anything would happen in the plot. Like, we still haven't seen any of the villains or anything. All we've seen is Batman and Batman running with the Justice League. And that's been about it. Okay, next piece of news. Kingsman 2, the sequel to the very popular Kingsman: The Secret Service, now has a title. It's going to be called Kingsman: The Golden Circle.
Okay.
Matthew Vaughn, one of my favorite directors, revealed the title to Empire this week, as well as showing some concept art. The art showed us a first look at the Kingsman cab, which is basically a submarine, a blown-up Kingsman HQ, the Statesman HQ, which is most likely going to be run by Halle Berry's character, as well as the lair of the villain who is named Poppy. Poppy will be played by Julianne Moore.
Okay. I don't know who any of these people are.
Matthew Vaughn did X-Men First Class, one of your favorite movies.
Uh-huh. Actually, I have watched X-Men First Class.
One of your favorite movies.
Mm-hmm.
And Kingsman, one of your favorite movies.
I have not watched
I'm pretty sure
Kingsman.
you've only seen one of them.
No, I actually haven't watched Kingsman.
Yeah, that's what I said. You've only seen one of them.
Yeah. Yep.
You know who Halle Berry is, obviously.
Yeah.
Everybody does.
Obviously. Halle Berry, yeah. She is an actress. She won the Academy Award for Best Actress in 2002 for her performance in the romantic drama Monsters Ball, which made her the only woman of color to win a Best Actress Academy Award to date as of 2016. Reading this straight off her Wikipedia page, guys. No lie.
Yeah, but you know who she is after seeing her, right?
Yeah, obviously. I just didn't know her name was Halle Berry. But yeah, I pulled up like her pictures and like I was like, oh, okay, I do know who this is.
Okay, and who is Julianne Moore? Because I know the name, but I don't know who she is or what she's been in.
Is an American-British actress, blah, 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 blah. Let's see, she was in The Big
Anything
Lebowski.
Big? Haven't seen it.
Me neither, actually, but I have it on my list, because, it's...
Because it's The Big Lebowski.
Yeah, I mean... Apparently she was in The Hunger Games as, let me see, filmography. Julianne Moore. Come on, give me...
Come on, IMDb. Load up already.
Julianne Moore. She was President Alma Coin in the Hunger Games.
Okay. Don't know who that was, but we're just going to keep moving forward.
The President Coin from District 13.
I've only seen the first Hunger Games.
I haven't even... I didn't watch any of the Mockingjay, the two Mockingjay movies, but I read the books, so, like, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I have not read the books.
They're, like, not honestly, like, they're not that great.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Yeah. The whole Hunger Games series is, like, it's kind of like the Transformers. It's just a lot of, like, action.
Yeah.
But there's not really much deeper meaning behind it.
But I've seen, these pictures, and they look really good for concept art.
Uh-huh.
Like, you could already imagine them being live action.
And this is for Apocalypse, right?
No, Kingsman 2.
Oh, Kingsman 2, shit. Okay, my bad.
We covered Apocalypse last week. There might be more news about it. I'm not sure. There's a lot of news. So let's get right into the next piece of news. Paramount Pictures, your favorite studio.
Oh, yeah.
Released a new trailer for the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie.
Oh my god.
The sequel, I have not watched it, but it looks good. I'm not even going to lie to you. The movie looks good. I liked the first one.
Are you kidding me?
I didn't love it, but I liked it. Have you seen it?
No.
No, exactly. So don't get mad. But the sequel will introduce Casey Jones, played by Stephen Amell, Bebop and Rocksteady, one of them who is played by WWE superstar Sheamus, and Krang,
I actually
who is
do
the
know
brain-like
who Sheamus is.
Yes, I know you do.
Fucking Sheamus.
When you went through your WWE phase.
Yeah, actually, to be completely honest, yes, that is how I know him. Like, I'm not even lying.
I'm in that phase right now.
Though, like, to be fair, I never really cheered for Sheamus, okay? I was always a big fan of CM Punk back in the day, so fucking...
He's going to UFC now.
Wait, CM Punk?
Yeah, he's in UFC.
Oh, shit, okay.
I don't know when his first fight
Wait, yeah,
is,
he
though.
is in UFC. Oh, what a beast. Fucking love CM Punk.
And Krang will be introduced, who is the brain-like thing.
Okay.
I don't really know what he's all about. I just know that he's like some emperor thing, but he was in the cartoon that I never watched.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've only watched, like, assorted episodes of the cartoon back when I was, like, 10. So I literally remember nothing.
Yeah. Okay, next piece of news. James Wan, who directed Furious 7, great movie.
Never watched it.
What is wrong with you?
Dude, I have not seen any of the Fast and Furious series, okay? So, like, the
Literally,
thing is, when Furious...
the only one that I've seen is number 7.
See, like, I was about to go see it, like, on its own, but, like, I want to know what's going on. So, like, without having seen Furious 5 and Furious 6, like, really, like, I wouldn't have known what was going on if I just watched Furious 7 on its own. So I was just like, nah.
All you really need to know is that it's about family.
Okay.
It's about fam.
The fam?
Bring the fam together. Except for at the end, when the fam tears apart.
Oh, shit, the fam.
Okay, so James Wan's going to be directing Aquaman.
Oh.
And in an interview at WonderCon, which took place, I believe, last weekend, he talked about Aquaman. He said, I think Aquaman is a character that is, a lot of people have made fun of over the years, and I just think it's fun to actually show a really different, cool, badass side of this character. But at the same time, let's not forget to have fun with it.
Yeah.
There's always something kind of cool about Aquaman still. The idea of creating a huge world that is on our planet, that's the thing about Aquaman that's cool, is he's not an alien, right? He's from our planet, and he's from a society that we're not privy to in the context of the story. Isn't it crazy to think that we've explored more space more than we have explored the depths of our ocean? That just fires up my imagination about potential sea monsters and cool creatures, that kind of stuff. Do you think Aquaman could be fun after the reviews of Batman v Superman?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the whoever said that quote touches on a really great point, is that Aquaman is from this planet. He's not some like fucking random ass alien from like some fucking random ass planet like Superman. And I think just the familiarity with the character, I think, is another major thing. Yeah,
and I know in the new incarnation He's like half Atlantean, half human, because his mom was the queen of Atlantis and his dad was some lighthouse owner or something.
What the fuck? Why would the queen
Right?
of motherfucking Atlantis, like, bang some random lighthouse dude?
I guess because I think she was like getting away from some people that were trying to kill her.
Alright.
And so she just came up onto land.
And then she's like, yo, you're hot.
Let's bang.
Yeah.
Boom. Baby, here
Aquaman,
you go.
boom.
And then just left.
And that is the origin of Aquaman. There you have it, folks.
Done. It's over. And James Wan said that quote. He's the director. Okay. So, next piece of news. Warner Brothers released a deleted scene from Batman v Superman that has Lex Luthor inside General Zod's ship talking to an unknown beast from another planet. We don't know why Warner Brothers decided to cut this scene out of the film, but it looks to be Steppenwolf, who is, I think, Darkseid's uncle, that Luthor is talking to. I'm not entirely sure about that. I don't know what Steppenwolf does or what his powers are. But he looked ridiculously awesome.
Okay.
Like a straight-up monster.
Yeah.
And I won't go into any spoilers because I know you haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Okay, next piece of news. Disney announced its dates for its D23 convention. Now, Alan, this is something you're going to want to go to because you love Disney.
Yes, actually, like, one of these days I really do want to go to one of the D23 conventions.
And you know how they're every 2 years, so they had one last year.
Mm-hmm.
And the dates for 2017 are going to be apparently July 14th through the 16th.
Okay.
And San Diego Comic-Con hasn't announced their dates for 2017 yet, but it's assumed to be the weekend following that.
Dude, I really want to go to a con one of these days.
But the weekend following D23, I think that could start to be more of a trend where more and more studios have their own cons.
Yeah.
Like Warner Brothers having their own convention, which would then draw away from Comic-Con's Hall H, which is where like most of the big unveilings happen for all these big comic studios movies.
Yeah.
Do you think like eventually Comic-Con will just like go out the window for movie reveals and focus more on the comics again?
I don't think so because in terms of Comic-Con, you see it started back in the 70s and, back then it was like just comics and like super nerdy and shit. And I think in recent years, especially, we've seen really the commercialization of nerd culture, especially exemplified by Comic-Con. Like, you see, Comic-Con isn't even like half the people at Comic-Cons aren't like, no, more, like, the majority of people who go to Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con, that is, nowadays, aren't even nerds anymore. They haven't even, like, read the source material, none of that shit. They've just watched the movies and they're like, oh yeah, that's really cool. So I think, no, it's not just gonna go back to, just comics, because they make so much money now, even though they've corrupted nerd culture, but that's a story for another day.
I meant specifically, like, if all the big studios that occupy Hall H start moving away and having their own conventions. Because I know specifically D23 is, like, has much better security than Comic-Con does.
Okay.
Because, like, you'll walk in and they'll take your phone.
Yeah.
Like, you aren't allowed to have phones in there, not
shit.
even press. Where at Hall H, it's like just guys hired off the street.
Yeah,
for
that
security.
is pretty true.
Okay, next piece of news. Doug Liman, who directed Edge of Tomorrow.
Oh, the one Tom Cruise movie, right?
Yeah, that's highly underrated.
I heard, it was actually good. Like, shit.
Yeah, it was really good. I watched it on demand, like, a few months after it came out last year, and I was like, what? Why did I not see this in theaters?
Yeah.
But anyway, he's left the Gambit movie for the time being, leaving it directorless. The movie has once again been delayed due to script issues.
Oh, man.
But don't worry. The writer of Magic Mike and Magic Mike XXL has come on to work on the script. So
turn Tom Cruise into a stripper.
No, Tom Cruise isn't going to be in Gambit. Channing Tatum is. He's set to play Gambit. But this could probably be the end of the Gambit movie since it was set to come out this October.
Oh, yeah.
And has already been pushed back multiple times.
Oh, shit.
You think it's over for the Gambit solo movie, Alan?
No, I think
it is.
now that they've brought in the Magic Mike directors,
Not director, writer.
Writers.
There's no director.
I think that the Gambit movie gets reborn as Magic Mike 3.
It's just Channing Tatum with his shirt off the whole movie.
More male strippers. And yep, that is my prediction. It's my prediction.
Okay, so Zack Snyder commented on the members of the Justice League that he introduced in Batman v Superman. And this isn't really a spoiler because we've kind of known for a while which ones were introduced.
Yeah.
But he simply thought that The Flash, Aquaman, Wonder Woman, and Cyborg are the real heavy hitters right now in the DC universe.
Yeah, I agree with that assessment.
Which I could kind of agree with. I mean, I don't know if Cyborg really has to be there, but he's in all of the new animated movies that they're releasing.
Oh, okay.
So, I guess so.
So they really are pushing to make him a part of the franchise.
Yeah. But his introduction scene was, like, all CGI.
Oh, okay.
And it did not look very good. Next piece of news. Deadpool officially became the highest-grossing R-rated movie worldwide.
Oh, shit.
With a total of $745.9
I still need to fucking watch
million dollars.
Wait, repeat that number?
$745.9 million.
Dude, what the fuck?
So far. And remember, it's only been out for like a month and a half.
Yeah, shit, a month and a half, you're right. Shit.
And it's currently third domestically as of the reports that I read, which came out about 4 days ago, I believe.
Okay.
However, it's most likely going to pass American Sniper's domestic box office because it was about, like, I think 0.2 million away from passing it.
Then that's no problem. American Sniper
it may
was a
not
good
pass
movie.
the Passion of the Christ domestic box office.
Never watched Passion of the Christ, though that I do know. Yeah, that is the largest grossing R-rated movie
domestically.
Yeah, that was the
It's
one
now
with
second
fucking Mel
worldwide.
Gibson, right, and a lot of blood.
Yeah, the one that Mel Gibson directed with a lot of
Yeah,
blood.
fucking Passion of the Christ.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next piece of news. Ewan McGregor, your favorite actor.
I totally know who this guy is.
In an interview this week with Collider, was discussing a potential return to the role of Obi-Wan Kenobi. He said, "I'd very much like to do one, as in a solo movie. I think the story between episode 3 and 4, I think there's a story there. I think that's the Obi-Wan Kenobi movie, if there is one. The one that bridges my Obi-Wan and Alex Obi-Wan."
Okay.
Alec Guinness.
Yeah.
Because there's, I don't know how long he's in the desert there, but it's got to be 20 or 30 years.
Right, yeah, when he's just living as Ben Kenobi.
Yeah, he didn't say if he had met with Kathleen Kennedy or not, who is the current head of Lucasfilm, but he basically said he wasn't at liberty to say, which means
something
he
something's
has met
happening
with them.
Yeah, that means something's probably happening.
He also thinks that a trilogy would be good, and he kept like bringing that up in the interview.
An Obi-Wan trilogy?
Yes.
You know what? Actually, that could work. I'm just concerned, like, where would they get the source material? Because as far as we know, like, Obi-Wan was just on fucking Tatooine for like 20 years chilling.
Yeah, but he could have left.
You know what? That's true.
We have
that's
no
true.
idea.
Yeah. But I mean, as far, you know what? Actually, yeah, there is just that 20-year gap where, like, they could make up something and it would fit because, like, we do not know what Obi-Wan was doing for those 20 years.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now on to what will probably be your favorite piece of news.
Okay.
Because it includes your absolute favorite actress from a TV show. Robin Wright.
Yes.
Is in final negotiations to join the Blade Runner sequel.
I actually did hear about this.
Because she's your favorite TV actress.
Yes. This is
and
hype.
you know she's also going to be in Wonder Woman.
Yeah. From
but it's
the fucking
unknown
pictures.
if she's going to play a replicant or not, and it's also unknown who she will play.
Yeah.
But apparently it's going to be a key role.
Yeah, I will say this, I have never watched Blade Runner, but, like, it has become such a huge part of our culture, or at least of nerd culture, at least, that, I know the basic premise of the story. And eventually I will get to watching it, too.
Yeah. Okay. So you know who Oscar Isaac is, right?
Yeah, I totally know who Oscar Isaac is.
He played Poe Dameron.
Oh,
in Star
yeah.
Wars.
Okay, yeah. His picture, I'm like, oh, that's Poe. Yeah, all right. I know this guy.
So he is set to re-team up with Ex Machina director Alex Garland in a sci-fi movie titled Annihilation. And it's going to be an adaptation of Jeff Vandermeer's Southern Reach series of novels.
Oh.
It's going to be an adaptation of the first book, and it also stars one of my favorite actresses, Natalie Portman.
I will say this: Natalie Portman is very hot, but like she's not my favorite.
She's one of my favorites.
All right.
Because if you watch the stuff that she's done after Star Wars, like all of the drama stuff, it's good. And then I think she's only been in one comedy, which was No Strings Attached with Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah, that is true. She went to Harvard too, didn't she? Natalie Portman.
I think you're thinking of Emma Watson, who went to Brown.
Hold on, let me Google this. Natalie Portman.
At least I'm pretty sure Emma Watson went to Brown.
Okay, I'll Google Emma Watson.
She did that after the Harry Potter movies were over. She took a break from acting for a little bit to go to Brown University.
Yeah, she went to Brown and then Oxford.
Mm-hmm. And now she's back acting again.
Now she's back at it. Oh, wait.
Back at it again.
Wait, yeah, Natalie Portman went to Harvard.
That's crazy.
Dude, that means she's, smart.
Well, that doesn't necessarily mean she's smart. That just means she got in
there. No, that means she's smart. Let's be honest.
There are people who got into my university who are not smart, and you have to be really smart to get in.
Yeah. What, USC?
Yeah. I think the entrance requirements when I applied were a 1,200 on just the reading and math, and then at least a 3.8 GPA.
Dude.
Without any APs.
That means Natalie Portman's smart, though.
Okay. So, Jonah Hill.
Dude, my man.
Who is fat again.
Yes!
Which means everything he's in is always awesome. Is set to direct a coming-of-age film set in the mid-90s.
Oh, okay.
It's going to follow a young boy in Los Angeles who learns life lessons while hanging out with his crew of skateboarding friends.
What the fuck?
Yep,
that does sound pretty dumb, I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, that's basically what Superbad was.
Never watched Superbad.
I think I've seen it. Is that the one with McLovin?
Never. I have no clue. I don't know why you're asking me, because I literally just said I have never seen it, and then you're just like, oh, is that the one with Nick Lovin? First of all, I have never seen Superman. Second of all, I do have no fucking clue who Nick Lovin is. So I don't know why you're asking me this shit.
You know who McLovin is.
Okay, here, I'll Google this bitch.
McLovin. McLovin.
Lovin. Who the fuck's Nick Lovin?
No, McLovin, like McDonald's.
Oh, McLovin. I heard Nick Lovin. I was just like, oh, fucking.
No, yeah, McLovin.
Oh, okay. Yeah, McLovin in Superbad. Yeah, I don't know who that is. So,
dude, how? He is hilarious.
Dude, I've never watched fucking Superbad. Okay, so get off my fucking case. He's the villain in
Kick-Ass. In the first Kick-Ass movie.
Oh, okay.
The guy with the lisp. Who drives that sweet car and then burns down his dad's building. Okay, next piece of news. Let's hurry it up now. We're getting close to the end of news, which is awesome, because I think we've been on news for about 25 minutes now.
Let me check the recording. Yeah, we've been on it. We've been at it for 24 and a half minutes.
Okay. Max Landis, who is an amazing writer, wrote Chronicle and American Ultra, and I believe he gave David Ayer his next script for his Netflix movie with Will Smith, and he has just recently gotten another script ready that Bradley Cooper is attached to star in. It's going to be a drama called Deeper, and it has White God director Cornell Mundruczó attached as well.
Uh-huh.
Bradley Cooper's amazing.
No, I love
he's been good in almost everything.
Bradley Cooper has killed every role he has ever played in.
Except Burnt.
I don't know what that is.
He was basically a chef who was really famous and then quit and then opened up a new restaurant and became really famous again.
Let me check his filmography.
It came out last year.
Is that a train?
That was a train. And that is staying in the recording.
Okay. Burnt. Let's see.
Because it would not let me mute my mic.
Oh, yeah. Burnt has a 29% on Rotten Tomatoes, so that's shit.
Yep. It's exactly the same as Batman v Superman, and I don't know why Batman v Superman is down there.
Okay, fucking, yeah, Bradley Cooper.
Amazing in everything, as we know.
Yeah. So what's he doing now?
He's going to be in a drama called Deeper, written by Max Landis, who wrote Chronicle and American Ultra.
Okay. Oh shit, what the fuck?
What?
Wait, hold on. Deeper. This isn't in his filmography.
No, it just came out that he's attached to the script. Okay,
so this is probably a little down the line.
It's in really early pre-production.
Yeah.
Okay, next piece of news. Marvel is potentially bringing back their Blade franchise. You know, that movie series that had Wesley Snipes in it before he went crazy.
Yeah, I totally know the Blade.
Blade is the half vampire, half human who kills vampires.
Blade film trilogy. Yeah, I'm not gonna stop lying.
Wesley Snipes, your best friend.
I've never fucking watched these movies, okay, so...
You just ruined Wesley Snipes' life. It's okay, though. So they're potentially bringing back the Blade franchise.
Okay.
There's no word on a director yet, but there's apparently a very short list of actors, which includes Michael B. Jordan, Nate Parker...
Michael Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan.
Who is this bitch? What? Oh, I thought... Wait, okay, Michael B. Jordan.
He was in Creed.
Oh, this guy, okay. Yeah, this guy, he was the black dude in Fantastic Four, too, right? I recognize his face. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and then Creed.
He's always got that weird little mustache and beard going on.
Oh, dude. I didn't even know his name was Michael Jordan, okay, so...
That's why he has the B in it, so the people...
So people are just like, oh, Michael Jordan! Like, okay.
Michael Jordan's coming back to acting! Yeah. Space Jam 2!
Dude, Space Jam was such a good movie.
I think the website for Space Jam is still set in the 90s.
Oh my god. I love, old 90s websites.
Are you looking it up right now?
Dude, I am looking up Space Jam 2. Apparently, Space Jam 2, it's been rumored for a long time that they're trying to bring on LeBron to play in Space Jam 2.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon.
Because,
I think it'll be with Steph Curry.
Steph Curry is a fucking beast.
Okay, anyway, the other actors on the short list are Nate Parker, who was in Birth of a Nation, Amol Amin, who I've never heard of,
I don't know who the fuck.
And Elijah Kelly, who I think was in 12 Years a Slave. No, sorry, he was in Selma.
Elijah Kelly?
Elijah.
Let's see. He was in The Butler. He was in The Butler. Was he
not in Selma?
He was not in Selma.
My bad.
Dude, that's racist. Dude, that's racist! Adam, not all black people are in Selma, alright?
I know that. I couldn't remember which movie
Dude,
he was
in.
in.
I'm joking, man.
And then, look up, A-M-L-A-M-E-E-N.
What?
Amil Amin.
Who the fuck? A-M-L... Amil Amin. He was in... Let's go to his filmography. He was in The Butler as well.
Oh, okay, good.
So they were both in The Butler.
They're best friends. They can be Blade 1 and Blade 2.
Okay.
Anyway, Marvel is aiming to start filming this movie this summer. There's no report suggesting that the movie will get an R rating. However, seeing as Marvel is owned by Disney, it's probably going to get a PG-13 rating.
Yeah, like, let's be
I don't
real.
think Disney has ever produced an R-rated movie. Except 10 Things I Hate About You, which if it came out today would be rated R.
Okay. I've never heard of this shit.
I just watched it tonight.
Oh.
Because my school was showing.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, next piece of news. So, in case the listeners don't know, Alan's one true passion in life is Disney's animated movies.
It actually is. Adam is not lying right now.
But, you know how they've been doing live action recently?
Yes.
Like they did Cinderella, they did Maleficent,
Mm-hmm.
they're doing Beauty and the Beast, starring Emma Watson.
Yeah, I'm super hyped for that.
But
Dude, you don't understand how hyped I am for that.
Oh, I understand, because I'm hyped for it.
Alright.
But they're planning to make a live-action Snow White spin-off.
Yeah?
Focusing on Snow White's sister, Rose Red. Have you ever heard of this character?
What the fuck?
I have not.
What the fuck is this shit? Okay, I'm Googling this shit. What the fuck? Wait. What the fuck is this shit?
Who's Rose Red, Alan?
What the fuck is this shit?
Was she in Snow White 2?
Rose Red is Snow White's sister in the original Brothers Grimm fairy tale.
Was she in Snow White 2? Electric Boogaloo?
No, she was not.
Okay. Good.
Okay, this is very interesting. I had never heard of Rose Red before. But apparently, okay, she's from the original fairy tale. That's pretty authentic. It's from the original fairy tale.
Which Disney has basically claimed as its own.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just like it has with pretty much every other Grimm fairy tale. Okay. What do you think, Alan? Could it be a good movie? Could it be bad because it's a spin-off about a character?
I don't know. What I will say is this. Normally sequels or spin-offs are bad when they are limited. Right? They're
Except
limited.
for the Obi-Wan spin-off.
Yeah. Well, see, that's the thing. The Obi-Wan spin-off has unlimited potential because they can make up whatever they want and have it plausibly be part of the story. And that's the point I'm getting to here, too. Literally nobody knows who the fuck Rose Red is. She has never showed up in any of Disney's previous things, so there are no limitations here. They can do whatever they want with this character. So, you know what? I guess I'm cautiously optimistic, because I do trust Disney to come up with a really compelling story for Rose Red.
Okay, next piece of news. So as you know, X-Men Apocalypse is coming out this year. And it looks like it's going to be amazing, because we have bald James McAvoy. But it has yet to announce another X-Men movie. However, rumors are circling that the two next movies in the X-Men film universe are going to be Deadpool 2 and X-Force. And writer and producer Simon Kinberg has come out and said that a New Mutants movie is in development and is close to casting.
Ooh.
New Mutants was a comic series that eventually turned into X-Force.
Okay.
So I think they could go New Mutants into X-Force and follow New Mutants with Deadpool 2, where at the end you see X-Force coming together. Like, the movie wouldn't be focused on bringing together the New Mutants and Deadpool. He would just basically show up with Cable and be like, "What's up, bitches? We're the X-Force now."
Yeah.
What do you think, Alan?
Let's see. X-Men spinoff. New Mutants. James McAvoy to have a big role.
Oh, I did not know that.
I googled James McAvoy just to find out who he is, and I'm like, oh, I do know this guy. He's fucking Professor X. And then in the news section of the Google search, it said from moviepilot.com, updated X-Men spinoff New Mutants finds its stars. James McAvoy to have a big role. So yeah,
Well, you know you can never trust moviepilot.com.
That's true.
Although I believe they're casting more people from Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
And Sophie Turner.
The rumor is that Maisie Williams is cast as Wolfsbane.
Okay, and the rumor is also that Sophie Turner will be back as Jean Grey.
Dude, I love Sophie Turner.
I know, she's your future wife.
I'm gonna Google
more... wait, sorry, that's Daisy Ridley. My bad.
I'm gonna Google more images of Sophie Turner now.
Okay, don't do that in the middle of the podcast,
dude, she's
please.
So beautiful.
Okay, we're moving on, Alan.
Dude, fuck you! Sophie Turner is my future wife,
We're moving on, Alan! Next piece of news. So, with Batman v Superman being pretty much universally branded as dark and no fun, Suicide Squad has just recently announced or started their reshoots. And the reports from Birth Movie Death, which I believe is a website, say that tens of millions of dollars are going into the reshoots to make the film more lighthearted. Do you think that's a good idea since the movie is called Suicide Squad?
I don't know.
And focuses on villains?
I mean, judging from the trailers, it seems pretty funny, but I don't know. I mean, this is like, keep in mind, this is the Suicide Squad, so it's like the bunch of the biggest, baddest fucking villains in the DC universe. So, it's just like, I don't know if it will fit to make the movie funny. I don't know. At this point, I'm gonna say they're probably just trying to, like, make sure that Suicide Squad doesn't flop as bad as Batman v Superman did. But I don't know if spending, like, millions of dollars on reworking the whole movie is going to be worth it. That's what I will say at this point.
Well, most of the time, big budget films always have reshoots planned.
You know, that's true.
Like, specifically with Marvel, like, they have in the budget reshoots planned. They don't know what they're going to reshoot.
But they just
the rumors for this are that they're going to make the film more lighthearted.
Uh-huh.
I think it's mainly coming off of the trailer that dropped recently that had Bohemian Rhapsody over it because it looked hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, we're finally done the news. 40 minutes in, we did it,
dude,
Alan.
Okay. What do we do now?
Now on to our topic for this week. You know the topic, right?
Yeah, it's the thing where we pick, like, our TV shows and shit.
The best and worst canceled comic book, sci-fi, fantasy shows. So, I'll start with one of the ones on my best list is Forever, and it stars Ian Grufford, who played Mr. Fantastic in the first two Fantastic Four movies, and this show is basically about his character named Henry, who was born in the 1800s, and was shot, and something happened when he got shot off of the ship that he was on, and he just is not able to die.
Okay.
Like, every time he dies, he just gets rebirthed in water.
Brushes it off.
So, he has a son who was born right before the Vietnam War, and is now, like, an old guy who runs an antique shop.
Uh-huh.
And Henry has been the medical examiner for the New York Police Department.
Yeah.
And has started going out helping the one detective on cases. And this show was really good. Like, I watched it every single week.
Uh-huh.
And I would buy the DVD or Blu-ray if I knew where to find it, but I haven't looked because I'm lazy. And I don't have money.
I've never fucking heard of this shit.
It's good, but it's made by one of the least favorite networks, in my opinion, ABC, aka Always Be Canceling. What is one thing on your best list, Alan?
I'm still looking at pictures of Sophie Turner, so give me a little while to think about it.
Are you serious right now? Did you not prepare a list?
Dude, I didn't have time for this shit. I read your message.
You literally had to pick like 3 shows.
Dude, I read your message and I was like, dude, I like only watched Cartoon Network when I was little, so I'm like, okay.
You literally said back to me, got you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Okay, I'll give you one of mine, because it's a universally loved show.
Okay.
I have not seen it. You probably have not seen it, but you probably know of it. It's called Firefly.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I have that on my Netflix list. It's
Okay,
next up in line, actually,
Netflix.
after Daredevil.
Okay, Alan. So, what do you think about Firefly, having not seen any of it?
Having not seen any of it, I think that it has a cult following, which means that it must be good in some way.
Yes.
Cause dude, people, Firefly fans are rabid, like shit.
Mm-hmm.
So that means that there must be something good about it. Something that, inspires this, fucking rabid-ass passion in its followers.
Okay. And then another good one that I had was Constantine.
Never heard of it.
Okay. Well, it was only on for about a year, I think. I believe it only lasted 12 episodes in its first season, but it was good, and the guy who played Constantine actually came back and reprised his role in Arrow, even though the universes were not connected.
Huh. That's interesting.
They were able to make that happen, and it was a really good show for the few episodes that it had, and it didn't deserve to be canceled, but it was on at the worst time.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was on Friday nights at 7. Nobody's gonna watch a show at Friday nights at 7.
Yeah.
They're all out partying. Okay, now on to the bad. The really bad.
Yeah.
So there's this show called Birds of Prey.
I've never heard of that shit.
It's based off a comic, and I believe it stars Batgirl, Black Canary, and Huntswoman? I think that's her name? I'm not sure, but it's been known as one of the worst shows ever made. Out of anything.
Damn.
Are you looking it up right now, or are you still looking at pictures of Sophie Turner?
I'm still looking at pictures of Sophie Turner, but, yeah, go on.
So, this show took place, I believe, right before Smallville, which is a really good show.
Yeah, I do know that much.
Yeah. And it probably took down female superheroes in live action from high, coming off of the Wonder Woman TV series in the 70s, to really, really low. And then a Wonder Woman series was set to come out, I think in 2012 or 2013 or 2014, with Joss Whedon being the guy who came up with it.
Yeah.
And it was canceled before the pilot even aired.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That means it must have sucked ass.
Apparently. But the next show, Swamp Thing. Now this was 2 movies in the 1980s, I think, that then turned into a TV show, and it did not last long. It was not a very well produced TV show. He looked absolutely ridiculous. You wouldn't even want to watch it if you had the ability to. That's how bad it is. Okay, and the last one that I have is called Mutant X. And it basically focuses on a group of human mutants led by somebody named Adam Kane. Basically, it's the X-Men, but for TV.
Yeah.
It came out in 2004, I think. No, sorry. The early 2000s. It lasted somehow 3 seasons. I don't know how, but it just does not look good at all. So its first episode date was October 6th, 2001. So a year after the first X-Men movie. On IMDb, it has a 6 out of 10. Let's see who the cast and crew were. none of these people have names that match anybody in any comic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, listen to this review from 2005. I love this series and still watch it even though it's cancelled. Adam Kane developed the mutants, but did so only to help mankind. Professor X. He was searching for the ability to manipulate DNA to help cure diseases. Oh god, I'm not reading this whole thing, it's too long. But yeah, this thing just looked horrible from the pictures that I've seen of it, so I didn't even waste my time trying to watch it.
Okay.
But that's all I really have, I think. And I know that you didn't come up with anything.
Did you ever watch, Osmosis Jones?
I did.
And then did you ever watch Ozzy and Drix, the TV show?
I did.
Oh my god. Because, like, as I was looking through pictures of Sophie Turner, I suddenly realized, like, shit, I do have an answer to your question. Fucking Ozzy and Drix, best fucking TV show ever, okay? Straight up.
Dude, the episode where he got red fever or something?
Dude.
Wait, what was that? What is that disease
Scarlet
called
fever.
Yes, that one.
Dude.
Was hilarious.
Fucking Ozzy and Drix, what is, like, the reason I like biology right now.
Just a white blood cell in a giant pill.
Dude, okay, you know what? Ozzy and Drix was fucking awesome, okay? So you can get the fuck out of here if you don't like it.
No, I love it.
Yes! Okay, we're good then.
I think the show is better than the movie.
It was.
Though.
The show was absolutely better than the movie. Because, like, the movie had, like, all the boring-ass live-action segments.
And the show was completely animated, like, even with the kid and stuff, right?
Yep. Show was completely animated, and that's probably why I liked it better than the movie as a little kid. But, oh my god, fucking Ozzy and Drix, wow, is this shit so good.
Nobody knows. Wait, what's its rating?
I can search it up.
Right,
Ozzy and Drix has a rating of 7.1 on IMDb.
What? That should be like 10 out of 10.
It should be 11 out of 10, okay, straight up.
Yeah, 11 out, you're right. 110% out of 100%.
Ozzy and Drix, though.
It gets extra credit for having a pill, have a gun.
Dude, Ozzy and Drix. This shit was so good.
Okay, well, I think that's the end of the episode.
Oh shit, are we already at the end? Damn.
We're already at the end, going on 50 minutes. Short episode this week.
Yeah, we've been at it for almost 48 minutes.
Yeah, but before we go, I just want to, I want to plug one thing, and then I want to recommend one thing as well.
Okay, go for it.
So the thing I'm going to plug is this new independent news thing that I became a part of. We haven't started anything yet, but you can go follow our Facebook page. It's called This Is Now.
This Is Now. I will, search this up on Facebook.
That is the name of the news network. It's a completely independent news network. We're planning to make everything unbiased.
Uh-huh.
And as soon as I'm done with finals, I'm going to be covering movie news on there. So hopefully, as soon as everybody gets everything set up, we're going to be doing we're going to be recording segments. We're going to have debates, opinionated debates, not just like we're going to research something and debate about it. But all the news is most likely going to be completely unbiased.
Okay, that's good.
Like, it's just going to be reported on.
I can respect that.
Which I recommended in our chat. And they were like, oh yeah, that's actually a good idea.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, yeah, because you were just trying to bias your news. Like, don't do that. Because they were trying to be like the Young Turks.
Oh, fucking the Young Turks is so liberal, it makes me sick.
Dude, I watched one of their videos that was 8 minutes long, and I used to like them a lot when they were less biased. Yeah. And the guy sitting at the table was just basically screaming at the camera about how ridiculous this country has become because of Republicans.
I will say this.
And I'm like, what are you talking about?
I will say this, I am very liberal. But even the Young Turks is so liberal it makes even me sick. So that's how you know.
It's ridiculous.
That's how you know that a site is fucking, like, disgustingly biased.
Yeah. Okay, and then the few things I want to recommend are this very big show that pretty much inspired this podcast. It's called Collider Movie Talk.
Collider, yeah.
They do a segment every single day of the week except Saturday and Sunday where they talk about all the movie news. It's basically the Sports Center for movies, or the ESPN for movies. That's what they've described themselves as, and I believe it. You watch their movie talk segments, they have the list of topics on the left, and you're able to skip to any single one after it's been live streamed on YouTube.
Oh shit, that's awesome.
And they go up, I believe, around 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah.
That's when they go live. But then they also put all the podcasts up on iTunes, and then the videos are also there on YouTube at the end. And the YouTube channel is just simply Collider Videos. Mm-hmm. And this channel is amazing because they have so many people from so many different parts of the industry that have all come together to basically build this new movie news show. Mm-hmm. And they came out with a new show 2 weeks ago called Collider TV Talk, which is once a week. And it's hosted by probably one of the funniest people I've ever seen on the internet. His name is Josh McCouga.
Okay.
And I cannot get enough of this guy. He is hilarious. And then another thing I wanted to plug, it's called the Schmo Down. It's also on Collider. It's basically a movie trivia competition. And each person is given a topic, and then they are given, I think, like 30 seconds to answer the question about that topic. Uh-huh. They've described it as the UFC of movies. Yeah. I would not describe it as that. Okay. But yeah. The last episode got exciting. And then I also want to give a shout out to the John Campia podcast for taking my question on Friday.
Oh, dude.
He took my Twitter question, and I was just like, yes.
How was his answer?
So my question was, do you think Arrow could come out of the slump that it has been in from season 3 and so far of season 4? Okay. And he basically said if they took out the Laurel Lance Black Canary character, that it would be able to come out of the slump. But it took him basically 15 minutes to answer the question because he went into why he used to be the biggest fan of Arrow and now why he does not watch it anymore. And I'm getting to the place where, these episodes aren't good anymore because there's one character named Felicity Smoke who's part of the Arrow team. They have multiple people on their small little team. Mm-hmm. And pretty much every episode has become about her now. In one episode...
So it's not even about Arrow anymore.
There's Arrow segments, but it's not really about Arrow anymore. But one episode... So she got into a wheelchair this season because she was, gunned down.
Damn.
Basically, when she and the main character were in a limo together.
Uh-huh.
And they, excuse me. And her mom started dating the police captain, who then lied to her about working for the main villain of the season. Yeah. And Felicity basically said, look, he was doing it to protect his daughters. Don't be mad at him. He worked for this guy to make sure that his daughters were safe. Mm-hmm. And he no longer works for the guy now. But then the next episode, that episode, Felicity gets a bionic chip put into her spine, which will eventually help her walk again. Yeah. And the next episode, they rescue Oliver's son. Oliver's the main character, of course.
Yeah.
And
Oliver Queen,
she's
right?
And she's like, how come you didn't tell me you had a son? And he's like, because his mother asked me not to, otherwise I would never be able to see him.
Okay.
And she basically says, well, if you're going to lie to me, I can't do this anymore. Ooh! And she takes off the engagement ring that he gave her, puts it on the table, and literally gets up and walks out.
Damn.
She gets up out of her wheelchair, and I'm like, are you serious? Like, you just said it was perfectly fine for the police captain to lie because he was protecting his kids.
Yo, that's dumb shit.
Yeah, the writing has gotten very bad on this show.
That is dumb as
so,
shit.
I'm just going to try to stick it out to the end of the season, and then hopefully it gets better. And we will have social media soon. And there will be a new YouTube channel specifically, like, with an email for the podcast.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so people can start writing in once we get more viewers.
Yeah.
But that is it. Do you have anything you want to plug, Alan?
No. Actually, you know what? Let me think. What can I plug? At this point, really nothing. Here, what I can do is go to Facebook and give your news shit a like. What is it? This is now?
Excellent.
This is now? Yeah, there it is.
Oh, and also,
like
you can
shit.
follow me on Twitter at AdamEdson_96.
I don't have a Twitter.
You should make one.
Nah, dude, that's useless as shit.
No, just simply for the podcast. Like, literally, don't do anything else.
Oh, so not even, so just a Twitter for the Two Idiots Movie Podcast.
No, a Twitter for yourself, and then we'll also make one for the podcast.
Dude, I don't even, fucking Twitter's too much work. Fucking social media in general is too much work. I have Snapchat, I have Instagram, I have all this shit that, like, people are normally like, oh, add me on Snapchat, add me on Instagram, add me on Twitter. Like, I have all this shit, with the exception of Twitter, and I literally never use Snapchat, never use Instagram, I barely even use Facebook. Just because social media is so much work, okay? You don't even understand.
No, like, literally just create a Twitter for people following the podcast to tweet at you if they have questions about the podcast.
Why can't they just fucking tweet at you?
You're just gonna be like, I don't know this shit. Don't tweet at me.
Nah, dude, that's dumb as shit. We'll just have them tweet at you, okay? It's so much easier.
Okay.
So what was your Twitter again? Tell our people.
It's simply at AdamEdson_96. And it's a picture of me and Hoodie Allen.
Dude, Hoodie Allen is my main man.
Yeah, he is. Okay, but that is the official end of the podcast. Officially.
Yeah, we will see you guys, and by you guys I mean, like, the two people who probably watch us.
Wait. Let me check.
Oh yeah, check the number of views.
Let me check the views.
The views.
We have 10 on the first episode, and 5 on the second episode. Oh yeah.
So,
and my one friend thought it was just, like, simply for school, and I was like, no, we put these episodes up on YouTube, and I sent him both the links, and he said, dude, these are funny as shit, and I was like, yeah, well,
yeah, you know,
we try.
But yeah, okay, to our people, however many that may be,
our 5 listeners, which will soon drop to 2.5. Just kidding.
But yeah, that's the end of this episode, and we will see you guys next week. As always, this is Alan and Adam fucking signing out. Goodbye, my people.
Signing out. Goodbye.